Well, as others have said too, thank you all for being here. I first want to thank the South Dakota Hall of Fame, of course, and its board of directors, Chairman David Olson, who's been so helpful, President and CEO Greta Chapman, and her staff for affording me this honor as a new inductee, with special thanks to Kylene Absher, who is the Chief of Operations and is the one who answers all the questions. Kylene, after meeting my fellow honorees and learning their life stories this past week, I'm really filled with a sense of humility, but I'm also honored to be in the class of 2013. However, I wouldn't be on this dais if it weren't for the initial guidance, encouragement, and nomination by Pat and Bart Bloom over here. Thank you. I'm also especially grateful those who are present and those who aren't able to attend tonight, who are friends or family, or who endorsed my application with generous letters of recommendation, or family. These include colleagues in medicine, music, friends, and extended family members. Thank you all. Special thanks go to my sister, who came all the way from Seattle to be here tonight. But I'd also have to thank all the wonderful patients that I was privileged enough to care for during my years in medical practice. And finally, I must thank my supportive family who are here tonight. My son, Lieutenant Colonel Eric Knutson, his wife Amy, and their sons Christopher and Daniel. My son, Dr. Brian Knutson, his wife Kristen, and their children, Kayla, Sarah, and Andrew. And lastly, but certainly most important, my dear wife of 49 years, Mary Ann, who has always kept me grounded, necessarily, and balanced. As one former patient, please. As one former patient advised, with a reason for a long, successful marriage, marry a good woman and stick to it. Thank you. I love you all and accept this honor on behalf of all who've played a part in my journey. When we moved to South Dakota in 1975, I did come with values from my parents and forebears who taught me by their example to be honest, work hard, and trust in God, with a goal to strive for excellence. When I look back on my life in South Dakota, where excellence is pursued and practiced in such areas as medical field, our community life, and the music world, and the lives of my family, I am forever grateful to be a participant and to take pride in truly being a South Dakotan. In 1870, my great-great-grandmother, Maren Dorf Hasvold, at age 53, came to America from Norway with 3 sons and her youngest daughter, my great-grandmother. Because of an illness, her husband came a year later, but he died while crossing the ocean and was buried at sea. In 1881, after first settling in Wisconsin, where my great-grandmother remained, Maren, now a widow, 64 years old, and with an indomitable pioneer spirit, moved further west with her 3 sons and families to settle in Flandreau, South Dakota Territory. In 1889, her eldest son became the first state senator from Moody County when South Dakota became a state. I didn't know this until we moved to South Dakota and I did some genealogy. She, with her family, helped establish a rural church and a cemetery. Their remains are now buried there. I'm sure she, who died at age 93, would have been so proud to know that her great-great-grandson is now a part of South Dakota history, with a legacy of excellence in a state that promotes the best ideals in its people. Thank you again for all who've been a part of my life and share this honor with me. I will try to promote the same goals and values as I finish my time on earth. Let me close with the last verse of a favorite poem I learned from my 6th grade teacher, Stopping by the Woods on a Snowy Evening by Robert Frost. The woods are lovely, dark, and deep, but I have promises to keep, and miles to go before I sleep, and miles to go before I sleep. Whatever God still has planned for me before I sleep, I will endeavor to do it with excellence, with God's help. Thank you all.